The wholesaling real estate game right now is going to be changed. The biggest announcement I can give for 2024 is here for wholesaling real estate. I recently got a call from the owner of DealMachine, David Lecko, about their new DealMachine software that's coming out, this new thing. And I was like, okay, sure. I'm gonna go see it. Oh, great. And I thought it was gonna be something cool, but like not mind-blowing. And in the 15, 20 minutes that he showed me this new innovative thing, my mind was blown. From that time, I knew for a fact the wholesaling real estate game is going to be changed. I knew gurus were going to cry. I knew the way people paid for wholesaling real estate software information is going to change. And truthfully, from the bottom of my heart, if you are a beginner wholesaler trying to get started in this business, this will change the way you look at everything. Heck, if you're a regular wholesaler, this is going to change the way that you're paying for stuff. It's going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars and really change the way we wholesale real estate as an industry in 2024. Actually, today's the day. It's all changing right now. So what I want to do is really break down this crazy new announcement, show you exactly what it is, how it's going to change everything, and how you can start doing it today. Guys and gals, I do not take it lightly when I say this is a game changer. The way you're going to wholesale is going to be different. The way that you actually market is going to go different. And this is going to end up making you more money in wholesaling real estate. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we are here. I am with Matt Camp here, and we're excited to announce this insane announcement. I'm telling you, wholesaling real estate by the end of this video will not be the same. And you might be mad at us, but we are going to do this huge one at the end of this. You know how we got to do it. Matt, we're here. We're excited. It's National Make Guru Cry Day. Make a Guru Cry Day. We're here to do it. So Matt, let's hear what you got to say.
Awesome, guys. So again, we've been doing a DealMachine Unveiled week where we are showing off in these trainings everything we've got new coming for you. And it's really reinventing DealMachine here. I mean, we were always known as the Driving for Dollars app, which again, we are the best in class at that still. We can still help you get out there, drive for dollars, find off market properties that way. We've got all of that built in, ready to go. But now we want to change the game when it comes to data as well. Help you get out there and be able to not just be able to add properties that way, but to be able to use data across the board in a way that just is very simple, easy, and something you don't have to continue to pay for over and over again. We don't want to nickel and dime you. We wouldn't just give you unlimited things at your fingertips here. So what I'll show you off Zach here, I've got a couple different things I want to drop here. I want to show my screen here where you can press, if you can share my screen, hopefully here, Zach, there we go. I can show this off as we go of everything new we've got at your fingertips. It all has to do with data, with empowering you with this data, with making you a phenomenal real estate investor. Even if you have no experience here, help you jump in and make it just super easy to use immediately right inside the app. So where we have going on here for you to start off with, if I click on the map tab right here, this is where we get things started. Again, we're most known, again, for driving for dollars, for driving around, for helping you find off-market properties that way. But now when you come into DealMachine, you'll notice we used to have a little list builder option up here. You press list builder, it overlaid onto the app, and it was a separate experience outside of DealMachine within it, if that makes any sense. Now built into the map, you've got list builder. You've got the ability to jump in and again, it can lock on your location. But you want to be able to go in and just get as much actionable data as quickly as possible. And we have almost doubled the amount of data fields that you get here, where we have over 150 now total that you can look at the map and notice. I've got this top bar, this bottom bar, and this right side right here. The right side makes it really easy to just browse properties, look at them according to sale date, according to estimated value, according to equity percentage. You can browse them right here and just quickly add leads as you go. See a property that you haven't added yet and press that add lead button. All these properties you've seen here are added to my list as I go. But where the real power in this is the top bar right here and the bottom bar. So the top bar that we were seeing right there is filters that, again, 150 plus data points you can tap into now that are everything from, property type. You can jump in, show me single family homes, what have you. You've got multifamily, vacant land, a ton of different options at your fingertips right there. pricing. So you can go by estimated value. You can go by list price, sale price, bed bath, get really specific. This more button, you click into here and you've got things like, property characteristics, all kinds of different things about the house itself, about the property that you're looking at. You can tap into over 30 different property characteristics right there. You've got land info. Again, if you want to get really specific about the land itself, even everything up to zoning for that property. Tax information, foreclosure info, MLS info, transaction history, rehab data. We've got rehab data right here. So lien information. So you've got a ton of stuff that you can dig into right away. The thing that I love, the thing that I think is most powerful is this quick filters button up here, where right away, if you're in a specific area, you're looking around, whether you're going to drive for dollars or just build a list, either way, you can just quickly go in here and say like, yeah, show me all the properties that have expired recently. They were listed on the MLS and couldn't sell. Show me all the properties that, are absentee owned, corporate owned, are cash buyers in the area. They're free and clear. They have, they're 100% equity. They have nothing, nothing, in terms of liens against it or anything. Tax delinquencies, foreclosures, probate, senior owner, retired landlord, a ton of stuff to tap into. And this new map just makes it way easier to use. You can just jump into DealMachine and right away, I can see right in this area, I can zoom out and even draw and block by block and say, hey, yeah, show me in this very specific spot, how many properties that fit this criteria on, as I do this. And in the bottom bar right here, you're going to see this in real time, just get more and more specific on how many properties fit that criteria. So I've got 21 that fit this area. If I want to back it up to 63109 as a whole, now you'll see I've got 2,000 properties I can tap into that fit. They're free and clear single family. All that's simple right there. And even if with a huge list like this, 2,100 leads, I hit build list, confirm build, and it takes typically about 10 seconds or less to build the list. And there you go. Already built it. You're off to the races with that. So first and foremost, I've got a couple of different things to share. This first one is how you interact with the map itself, not just driving for dollars, but making it super simple and easy to tap into property criteria, data about the property itself, to tap into seller criteria, data about the seller itself and the motivations of that seller, and build a list immediately.
Woo. It's insane. I mean, looking at the data filters, it puts it on par with a lot of other services. But that's just one part. Like, that's not the exciting thing we're talking about today. There's a lot more. And so let's kind of talk about, basically, if you want the quick Cliff Notes version of that, you just made the quality of data just a lot better. Really just reinvested a ton of money into it to make it a lot better. But that's not the game. That is game changing. But like there's other services you get data like that too. But there's just one, I think, clear advantage, right? So, I mean, you have really great data now.
Awesome.
You have the best Trade for Dollars app.
Love the Cliff Notes. Yes, absolutely.
But then now you got the next part here. And this is the part where when Matt kind of came up to me with this, I was like, okay, that's great. But this really blew my mind. And outside of AI, nothing's really blown my mind as crazy as this. So let's break it all down. Let's go.
So what you do with that data, like you said, Zach, is the value of it, right? So being able to jump in, as we pull that list of properties, I can just go into that individual lead and look at more info about the owners, be able to pull up this new and reinvented property card and we've had property cards inside DealMachine before, but this is reinvented where you can, you would have to click on it and then just keep scrolling to look at more information about that property. It wasn't easy to just quickly and look at the property and take in the most important information as fast as possible, really be actionable about using this data. And you'll notice right here, we've got property info, land info, tax info, rehab data, HOA info, lien info, all that stuff, transaction history, all right there, easy to consume, easy to take action on. So it's simple and easy to look at for the newbie. It's more advanced if you click into that info and want to look at more information about the property itself, about the land itself, right from the county records, about the tax information, about the transaction history. Again, we want to make it easy to use no matter what your skill level is, and also more advanced.
You're skipping guys. Good stuff here. You just skip. Go back to that. You're not really talking. No. Go down.
Okay.
You have repair cost estimates on here.
Yep.
I know you've been in this forever. Like this is awesome, but like. No, I don't know any other software that's doing this now. And so like, this isn't that's not the huge thing, but like this is the thing that you're just like scrolling over that like, it's huge. There's no software that does this. And so now one extra thing, you guys have crazy demographic data on this now. You also have estimated repair costs. And the algorithm's not like, it's not perfect. I'll tell you that, but it's better than nothing. And really, it's basing it off a lot of data points, which is insane. And so you get estimated repair costs, you get information about the owner that other software companies don't have. It's insane. It's, from my best of my knowledge, it's the second data company that has demographic information out there now, which is insane.
Yeah. So, and when, like you said, I mean, there's the property itself. So the rehab data, that's phenomenal. Like that's a great way to help you kind of get a very general rule of thumb based on the building condition. And we have a 1 to 7 scale on our end that we're rating these building conditions off of and really mapping the repair cost accordingly to that by dollar per square footage. So you've got a lot going on there to be able to help you guys out, on that front. What you're talking about there, Zach, is the big news here. So how, again, we've got the property data, the property card all reflecting right there, the property data inside that card. Now, the other side of this equation is, you may have noticed down here, this associated contacts. This is the other side of that. It's the contact itself. It's the owner themselves. And that demographic information is crazy how powerful this stuff is. You click into here, you've got, you can click on Michael, you can see things like senior owner. You can see things like, they're a renter, or are they a family member? It says likely owner right here. You can scroll through and see another associated contact. Here's a likely renter right here. You can see the resident likely renting tag right there for you. It's another way it's a change in the way you can even look, identify renters in that way. So you click onto that individual property, and just starting off at the top, you'll see things like senior owner. You'll see things like, are they a business owner? Are they a cash buyer, a house flipper, a high earner, high net worth?
Show the other demographic right there. Yep. Yeah. Like
right here. So you've got these tags up here. You've got the basic info about that individual. You've got things like the portfolio itself. So 2 properties that they own. So you can see, hey, they own multiple. You can go down here with education, look at things like that, even occupation group, things like that. And then on top of all this, again, I mean, really just that alone would be a massive way to just be extremely targeted with your marketing, not have to spam entire neighborhoods. Like the general blanket marketing in the past is no more. Like you've got this really focused way to focus on the right leads, to focus on the right messaging, to save you money by marketing to the right leads and saving you time by working the right leads. So it's an ultimate, kind of targeted marketing tool. It's an ultimate cold call prep tool as well. Like if I call this person, you can know, hey, who am I calling? Is it the actual owner? Is it somebody who's, a senior owner might be looking to downsize? Is it somebody who might be a cash buyer? Do they have a big portfolio? Like you can really get to know the person behind that property by just looking and seeing like that, match up that contact with the mailing address, and look at the transaction history right here and put it all together and say, yeah, I can call Michael right here, and I know a little bit more about who I'm calling before I even call. And you can be steps ahead of the market because you've got all this to prep for. And then the final thing here, Zach, is there anything you want to touch on before I get to the big news?
Let's get into it. People are excited.
Awesome. So a little drum roll here. This is the game changer. So this is what aligns with our company mission, because our mission is to give everyone the power of real estate investing. And that means, again, we don't want you to be nickeled and dimed. We don't want people to say like, oh yeah, I have to pay for a subscription and then this and then that. We want you to think about this how you would think about like Amazon Prime, for example, where you get, a subscription to Amazon and you don't have to pay for shipping anymore. On DealMachine, moving forward, every single member who gets our plans now, they are getting unlimited contact information. That means no more skip tracing, unlimited free data.
Free skip tracing.
Free skip tracing.
So basically unlimited free skip tracing.
Free skip tracing, yes.
And, I when David and when Matt came up with this, one of your software engineers were bringing this to me, I was like, that's great you're doing free skip tracing, but like there's about 5 or 6 people that did this and they cheaped out, they really cheaped out. And we tested the data. And from what you guys have seen, because we've used DealMachine data like crazy, we believe from that conversation, I don't know if it's a private convo, I can't get this out, but he said it was pretty much on par. It wasn't better than the previous paid, what was it, 13, 14, 15 cents. It was pretty much on par to the paid skip tracing you guys previously had, which means the data didn't get worse. It didn't get better, it stayed the same. That's already 85% effective, like amazing. And so you literally just pretty much transferred your crazy expensive 15-cent skip tracing and made it free. And that's the crazy part. I mean, how many people come up to me and they're like, Zach, I'm doing my DealMachine and I got 300 records. Now I have to spend all night skip tracing it, spend all night doing this, because they don't have 2, 3, 4, $500 a month to be dropping on skip tracing.
Mm-hmm.
Now just sign up for DealMachine. Look at this. And
It's
so like
for you.
pull your driving for dollars list instantly right there. You're going to get your phone numbers like that.
Yeah.
Mind blowing.
So each individual right there, like you said, click on that number. You'll see things like, oh yeah, has it been active in the last month? You know, this is it on the do not call list. We have the federal do not call list in there. I mean, in general, in terms of the quality of the data, because that's the thing we know we have to prove. This data, I mean, this is the data that they use in 90% of caller IDs. I mean, this is the data that they use for the caller ID info that emergency centers like 911 centers use. Like that's the quality of data you're dealing with here. It actually, from our testing, Zach, it actually is improved from our old stuff, which is nuts. Normally, like you said, I mean, you would pay, you know, up to 15 cents, you know, things like that. I mean, even if you get a really good, you know, other people out there, they'll charge like 10 cents even, you know, it could be crazy good for that. If you're on DealMachine Starter, that's 10,000 leads, 10 cents per lead. It's $1,000 in free value right there that you don't have to pay anymore.
15 cents.
Yeah, 15 cents, $1,500 right there. So, yeah.
It's insane. I think it comes down to if you really do the math, if you really want to do the math here, it's if you're getting let's say you're paying the nicer version for it, right? I mean, you're doing, what is it, 10,000. If you really, how much you paid, you're paying about half a cent per skip trace, and then you get DealMachine for free. Whatever way you want to look at it, like no matter what, it's insane. You get all this paid skip tracing absolutely for free, and they get all this quality data, and then you get the best driving for dollars app. It's game changing. I truly believe, you know, we started out wholesaling like when I started this YouTube channel, when I started teaching people wholesaling real estate, every paid course was 10, 15 grand, right? A mastermind, all these things. And when we literally gave out a free $7,000 course called freewholesaling.com, changed everything, right? And kind of like back then, you know, you had to pay 10, 15 cents to skip trace. And as somebody who has spent 6 figures in skip tracing, it makes me cry knowing I could just pay dmzac.com and I could have saved hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's insane.
I mean, if you're on Pro, that's 50,000 free skip traces. It's 50,000 contacts you're getting if you're on DealMachine Pro. Really, the way that we're creating this too, Zach, I mean, we want people to think about data differently. Like we want you to change the way you're thinking about even what a skip trace is, because traditionally, like a skip trace is one-off. It's tied to the property. It's one-off, static. You have to re-skip that property because when owners change, the numbers don't work anymore because it's tied to that number. And that's why when you skip trace, you might get like 5, 6, 10 numbers tied to a property because it's that individual property, right? It's static. Whereas now what we've done on our end is we've tied it to the person itself. That's what these contact cards are. It's tying to the people. And we built a database of people based on our demographic data. And so when they move around, it's following them. Like that's their actual contact info that's following them. And you're not having to re-skip ever down the road. You're not having to deal with bad data over again. And you're doing deals with people, right? So like we want to give you access to them, understand who they are. And, you know, here's all the data you need to be able to do that. And here's everything you need to get in contact with them. So,
yeah, I mean, Matt, let me get selfish really quick. Okay. this might not be good for, you know, DealMachine, but this is true. The reason why this is such a big announcement is for the vast majority of beginners that watch this, you can pull a list of 2,000 code violations, water shutoffs, fire damage properties, all the government list data you could probably pull within a couple days. Import the contact information into DealMachine, skip traced. Like, so it's not like, oh, I have to pull it only from DealMachine. Like I have to use their I have to use their high. No, you can import the lead in and do it from there. Heck, you know, close your ears, Matt. But like you can, if you have a paid software, like you can export those leads, then import it into DealMachine just for the skip tracing. Like whatever way possible you can think of, just import the lead in, free skip trace. It's insane. And so this is like a no-brainer. Heck, I mean, is DealMachine a skip tracing platform? I don't know what it is theoretically. It's just an all-in-one, but like it changes everything. And for people that are spending 3, 4, 5 grand a month in skip tracing, just for like the small fee for dmzac.com, that the reason why I'm saying is like, oh, but mine's 2% better skip tracing, right? Some people will tell that. I found it's 2% better. Well, that extra $5,000 a month you're saving, if you pour that into more mail, more texting, more calling, more VAs, you will make more money. And so I've always said this, What's the most expensive part about cold calling? It's not skip tracing, it's actually VAs, but skip tracing is number 2. What's the most expensive part about SMS text blasting? The skip tracing. The most expensive part about a lot of these things is the skip tracing, and removing that expense off, you should reinvest that into doing more volume, and you're going to do more deals here. And this is mind blowing to me. This is a huge announcement. I don't know what all the other companies are going to be doing now. Hopefully, maybe they give it all for free. That's going to help us wholesalers out. But if you're a beginner, you're thinking about ROI, the best return on investment of a software platform, it's going to be hard to think of anything else besides DealMachine right now. DMZack.com. When you get all these free skip traces, right? So many beginners, what's stopping them from doing 5 hours of cold calling in a day? They just don't have the time to go to True People Search, cyber backgrounds, and just manually do it, right? Mm-hmm. A certain amount, you do 100 a night, right? Do 10,000 in 5 seconds with this, right? And so this allows the beginner wholesaler to stay on the phones because the skip traces are there. And when you stay on the phones, you get more deals. And so this is kind of like freewholesaling.com, bring the information for free. I mean, obviously DMZack.com is not free, but with the amount of time you're saving, it's as pretty much free skip tracing as you can get. So this is mind blowing. I'm proud of you guys. I'm excited.
We're very excited too, man. I mean, again, the whole goal is to give you guys the power and give you that technology to help you be successful and really remove every other barrier possible and just help you succeed in going out and doing that first deal and many after it. So we got DMZack.com to hook you up there. I know if you are watching this before November 29th, we're having like a Cyber Monday, Black Friday special where just to kick this thing off, to get this out the door, to get people taking action and trying this thing out and using it for themselves and trying out the accuracy of that data and everything, it's 50% off in a year of DealMachine. So if you're going out there, you're going to get DealMachine Pro for a year. You're ready to get out there and take action on that. That, again, between now and November 29th, it's DealMachine.com/ZachDeal. So you got it right there. That's 50% off for you. We've got our team here, Zach, as well. I know if anyone wants to reach out, it's just support@DealMachine.com. Our support team is ready to go, ready to help you guys out. And, very, very excited to get this out there and get people using this thing.
So guys, DealMachine.com/ZachDeal. If you want the write-off, 50% off for the pro. Just for the regular, if you're just doing it for the skip tracing and the drawing for just DMZack.com, right? You're going to hear me say that word a lot, but that's just the link. Go on there. And also you can try it out for free, kind of get a feel for it, the information and the data, and then see if it's something you want to do. But when you're considering, all these platforms and you're going to watch all these videos and all these different people saying this or that, pretty much the cliff notes of the announcement is you get pretty much 10,000 free skip traces, the best drawing for dollars app ever, and insane demographics information and a huge quality bump from DMZack.com, which is amazing, right? And, I'll tell you, I have all the softwares because I kind of like something best from each one. And this is this one's going to really make it a lot easier for a beginner person out here. And so it's a game changer for everyone. I wish I had this starting out. I swear I would make a lot more money if I had this. I used to be on True People Search, copying, pasting all day. And so there's going to be a lot of changes. So what I've said, there's a big change. Why this is going to change. There's a lot of these little skip tracing companies, that they're out here and they make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month because you're pouring $6, $7, $8 grand every single month of your hard-earned money into this. Where are they going to go? I don't know. Right. We're going to see some things coming in the woodworks here. A lot of gurus own these ones. So we're going to see. This is why it's a National Make a Guru Cry Day. A guru's watching this with tears because they own a skip tracing company making $100K a month, and that's all their money. And they're crying right now watching this. And Matt, it's all your fault. So we're excited. So DealMachine. So DMZack.com. Go check it out. Get a free trial. Do the 50% off if you want. The links below. And guys, let me know in the comments of this video when you sign up for DMZack.com. Let me know the skip tracing results. Next month, we're probably going to get some testimonials just from people showing that the skip tracing is working. I'm excited. So Matt, what are your final thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, again, our whole goal was to change the game with this, guys. So we want to make it just super simple, easy to use. Both the technology itself, whether you're driving for dollars, whether you're pulling a list, you reaching out to the owners through the skip tracing, through sending direct mail. We've got all that covered for you. If you want to do reverse D for D, I mean, we've got that driving a list feature. Look up those videos we've done in the past with you, Zach. Those are great. We've got AI to help you out. We got an AI assistant that we launched earlier this year, Alma. So that was awesome to share with people, Zach, in the past. So watch
We didn't
those.
have time to do that. We didn't even have time to talk about that.
Yeah. So we've got all these different things that we keep hearing from you guys that you want. In the end goal is to make you more successful. So it's a technology that is a shovel. You got to go out there and use that shovel and dig with it. But still, we want to make this a game changer in terms of how you're paying for it and how you're using it, and all that's going to add up to more deals for you. So.
Oh, it's not a shovel anymore. It's like a bulldozer. It's a little more. Yeah. So this is
upgraded. Yeah.
So check it out, dmzac.com. We're going to have some future updates about this because obviously you guys are going to be constantly improving things and making the data better. So that's Matt. Guys, if you do have questions, I know some of you guys are you have big operations and you have lots of questions on this. I do recommend if you have a bigger operation, just do the dmzac.com, make small tests on the skip tracing. I will tell everyone personally from myself, from me having big operations, I don't just be like, okay, blindly trust it, right? We're going to do, okay, we'll do a big texting on this one, see if there's results, let the results speak for itself and then go from there. But you can reach out right now, support@DealMachine.com if you have any questions about this. They have a great customer support and they'll help you out, guys. So dmzac.com. Thank you so much, Matt, for coming on here. And the wholesaling game has changed. So this is exciting.
Love it. Thanks, Zach. Appreciate you having me on.